Get ready for a blast from the past. We're taking a trip back to Beverly Hills to see what the 90210 cast is up to now. It's been over 30 years since we first met the Walsh twins and their friends as they navigated life in the glamorous world of Southern California. Let's see how these iconic characters have changed. Jason Priestley as Brandon Walsh. Jason Priestley was a prominent cast member on Beverly Hills 90210, quickly becoming a teen heartthrob through his portrayal of Brandon Walsh. As the series' primary male lead, he was depicted as Brenda's brother and a close friend of Dylan and Steve. Priestley began his career with commercials for brands like Fletcher's Meats and made his acting debut as Bobby Conrad, also known as Roberto Coronado Jr., a mobster's grandson, in the 1987 episode A Piece of Cake from Airwolf's 4th season. He also appeared in 2 episodes of 21 Jump Street in 1987-88, played Pencil in an episode of Quantum Leap in May 1989, and then starred in the short-lived 1989 sitcom Sister Kate, where he portrayed Todd, one of the foster children cared for by Sister Kate, a nun from England played by Stephanie Beacham. Priestley joined True Calling as Jack Harper from 2004 to 2005 and was also featured regularly on the 2006 series Love Monkey. His TV credits include the WB series What I Like About You and a guest spot on Without a Trace in February 2006. Notable film roles include his performance in Love and Death on Long Island, 1997, where he played a struggling teen idol aiming to be taken seriously as an actor. He also directed the 19th episode of Seventh Heaven's final season. In 1999, Priestley was arrested for driving under the influence after crashing his Porsche into a telephone pole in Hollywood Hills. His driver's license was suspended for a year, and he was required to complete an alcohol management program. On July 9, 2007, during an appearance on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, he announced that he had recently become an American citizen. His sister Justine is also an actress and appeared in a few episodes of the 90210 spin-off Melrose Place in 1996. In 2013, Tim Hortons created a donut named the Priestley in his honor, though it was not released nationwide. On May 6, 2014, Harper One published his autobiography, Jason Priestley, a memoir. Luke Perry as Dylan McKay. Born in 1966, Luke Perry turned 24 shortly after the first season of 90210 aired, but he convincingly portrayed the brooding, rebellious high schooler, Dylan. Despite appearing older than many of his co-stars, Perry's maturity was reflected in his performance, shaped by a challenging childhood and his connections to organized crime in the Los Angeles area. Although Perry was in his 30s by the time 90210 concluded, his character had evolved into a fully grown adult. After graduating from high school in 1984, Perry moved to Los Angeles to pursue an acting career, initially working in a doorknob factory. He appeared in the 1985 music video for Twisted Sister's Be Cruel to Your Skule. Perry had auditioned for 256 roles before landing his first acting job in 1988. Following a move to New York, his early roles included 1 episode of Loving, 1987-1988, and 10 episodes of Another World, 1988-1989. Perry married Rachel Minnie Sharp on November 20, 1993, in Beverly Hills. They had 2 children, son Jack Perry, born June 16, 1997, and daughter Sophie Perry, born June 7, 2000, before separating in 2003. Jack has pursued a career in professional wrestling, known by his ring name Jungle Boy in All Elite Wrestling, AEW. Following a colonoscopy in 2015 that detected precancerous growths, Perry became a proponent of colorectal cancer screening. The scare prompted him to create a will naming his children as his sole beneficiaries. At the time of his passing, Perry was engaged to Wendy Madison Bauer. On February 27, 2019, Perry suffered a severe ischemic stroke at his home in Sherman Oaks, Los Angeles, and was rushed to Providence St. Joseph Medical Center in Burbank. After experiencing a second stroke, his family chose to take him off life support, and he passed away on March 4th at the age of 52. Shannen Doherty as Brenda Walsh. Notorious for her on-set antics, Doherty portrayed Brenda Walsh, the strong-willed, aspiring actress twin sister of Brandon Walsh from 1990 to 1994. While her character eventually left the show, she continued to be mentioned as Dylan's significant other until season 9, when it was revealed they had broken up. In 1982, Doherty had guest appearances on TV series such as Voyagers and Father Murphy, which was created and produced by Michael Landon. She also played Jenny Wilder on Little House on the Prairie, a show Landon starred in and produced. Doherty was featured in 18 episodes of the show's final season, which ended in 1983. She voiced a character in the animated film The Secret of NIMH in 1982. Her early TV credits include an episode of Magnum, P.I., A Sense of Debt, and an early episode of Airwolf, Bite of the Jackal, for which she received a nomination for Best Young Actress, guest in a series at the 6th Youth in Film Awards in 1984. In 1985, Doherty starred as Maggie Moline in the teen comedy Girls Just Want to Have Fun, alongside Helen Hunt and Sarah Jessica Parker. She also played Chris, the eldest Witherspoon sibling on the family drama Our House from 1986 to 1988, earning a nomination for a Young Artist Award. Doherty returned to her role as Brenda Walsh for the 6-episode sequel BH 90210, which premiered on August 7, 2019 on Fox. That same year, she appeared in the film Undateable John, featuring Daryl Hannah, Tom Arnold, and Margaret Cho, as well as in Fortress, starring Jesse Metcalfe, Bruce Willis, Chad Michael Murray, and Kelly Grayson. The latter film was released in select theaters and on video on demand by Lionsgate Films in December 2021. Doherty passed away from cancer at her home in Malibu, California, on July 13, 2024, at the age of 53. Brian Austin Green as David Silver. Brian Austin Green played David, the youngest of the main cast members. As a freshman, he was younger than the rest of the group, who were already seniors. Initially, Green's character was portrayed as a quirky high school kid who mingled with various cliques. Born in 1973, Green was just 17 when the show started, making him the second youngest among the original cast. Viewers watched David's development from an immature freshman to a trauma survivor following the suicide of his best friend. Producer Tori Spelling cast Green as David Silver due to their similar personalities, and the character often reflected Green's own interests, including DJing. In 1996, Green dropped Austin from his professional name and pursued a career as a rapper, releasing an album titled One Stop Carnival, produced by Slim Kid 3 of The Far Side. Green also competed in Season 4 of The Masked Singer as Giraffe, but was eliminated during his second appearance. He was joined by Robin Thicke for an encore performance of Kool and the Gang's Get Down on It, and later appeared as a panelist on the spin-off series The Masked Dancer. In 2023, Green participated in the 5th season of the Australian version of The Masked Singer as Crash Test Dummy, but was eliminated in the first episode. In September 2021, Green was announced as a contestant on Season 30 of Dancing with the Stars, where his dance partner was his girlfriend, Sharna Burgess. He was the third celebrity eliminated, finishing in 13th place. Green won the celebrity division of the Grand Prix of Long Beach in early 2010. In April 2017, he launched a podcast called With Brian Austin Green, which went on indefinite hiatus in 2022. He later signed an exclusive deal with iHeartRadio to start a new podcast, Old-ish, in 2023, alongside Burgess and Randy Spelling. In June 2022, Green disclosed that he has been suffering from ulcerative colitis. Joe E. Tata as Nat Busicchio. One of the scarce few original cast members not playing a student or a student's parent, Joe E. Tata took on the role of Nat Busicchio, the affable proprietor of the Peach Pit, that familiar haunt of the series' core crew, and occasional employer of Brandon and Company. Already 54 when Beverly Hills 90210 debuted in 1990, roughly the age of his character, around which time the gang pitched in to keep the eatery afloat while Nat convalesced. Tata had been active in television since landing his inaugural role on Peter Gunn back in 1960. A versatile character actor, he'd go on to amass dozens of credits across a variety of genres, though he specialized in science fiction, with appearances on Lost in Space and a memorable turn as a hero on the classic Batman series. He'd also make several appearances on The Rockford Files. Tata's final role came in 2014 as Principal Frost on the ABC family sitcom Mystery Girls, bringing down the curtain on a career that spanned over 5 decades. He was married to Susan Levy from 1976 until their divorce. They had one daughter, Kelly Catherine Tata, together. In 2018, Tata was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Kelly created a GoFundMe page to help defray the costs of his care. After his passing, the campaign continued to raise funds for the Alzheimer's Association. Tata left us on August 24, 2022, at a care facility in Los Angeles' Woodland Hills neighborhood. He was 85. Tributes poured in from a veritable who's who of entertainment luminaries, including Beverly Hills, 90210 co-stars Ian Ziering, Jason Priestley, Tori Spelling, Jennie Garth, Vincent Young, and Brian Austin Green, as well as author Kim Grunenfelder. A heartfelt segment on Good Morning America, featuring photo and video remembrances from cast members and loved ones, swiftly went viral in the wake of Tata's passing. Ian Ziering as Steve Sanders. Ian Ziering, born in the year of 1964, portrayed a high schooler despite being 26 when Beverly Hills 90210 premiered. Though it may raise some eyebrows, this practice is not without precedent. Years later, Cole Sprouse took on a similar role in the teen drama Riverdale, and he was in his late 20s at the time. Ziering portrayed Steve Sanders, a companion of Brandon Walsh, and one of a mere 4 central characters to grace the screen for all 10 seasons on Fox. In the animation realm, Ziering stepped into the vocal booth in 1998, lending his voice to Dr. Nick Tatopoulos in Godzilla, the series, which picked up where the 1998 film of the same name left off. In the film, Matthew Broderick embodied the character of Nick Tatopoulos. Ziering demonstrated his versatility in 2006. He produced, directed, and starred in the short film Man vs. Monday, which garnered the Audience Choice Award at the Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival that very year. Additionally, his performance as Francis in the independent film Stripped Down earned him the Best Actor award at the 2006 Monaco Film Festival. In an unfortunate incident, Ziering encountered a group of mini-bike riders in Los Angeles on December 31, 2023, which resulted in an altercation. Ziering took to social media to reassure his followers that both he and his daughter Penna, who was with him during the incident, were unharmed. Carol Potter as Cindy Walsh. Cindy is an intelligent, kind, and empathetic individual. After settling in Beverly Hills, she dedicated herself to homemaking, volunteered at a recycling center, and passionately tended to her garden. Despite being inherently friendly and outgoing, she initially felt unsure of herself and retracted when her family first moved to the new city. Potter's life began in New York City and took her to Tenafly, New Jersey, where she attended high school. She then pursued higher education at Radcliffe College, obtaining a Bachelor of Arts in Social Relations. Her acting career took off in 1977 with her Broadway debut in Albert Inaurado's play, Gemini, which went on to make Broadway history. She landed her first primetime television role in 1981 as Maggie Clinton on Today's FBI. Her personal life flourished as well. In 1985, she married screenwriter Spencer Eastman, and they welcomed their son, Christopher, into the world in 1987. Tragedy struck just 3 months later when Eastman was diagnosed with lung cancer, and he passed away in 1988. Potter found love again and married actor Jeffrey Josephson in October 1990, coinciding with the debut of Beverly Hills 90210. Potter's versatility as an actress is evident through her guest appearances on popular shows such as NYPD Blue, JAG, Crossing Jordan, and Providence. She returned to the 90210 franchise in 2019 with the spin-off BH 90210, portraying a fictionalized version of herself as a therapist for the cast. Demonstrating her competitive spirit and charitable nature, she appeared on a special TV Moms episode of The Weakest Link, hosted by Ann Robinson, winning $124,000 for her chosen charity and besting June Lockhart. Tori Spelling as Donna Martin. Born in 1973, Tori Spelling was 17 years old when Beverly Hills 90210 began. Her character, Donna Martin, was intended to be a year older than David, who became her boyfriend and later husband on the show. Interestingly, in reality, Spelling is only 2 months older than Brian Austin Green, who portrayed David. It's also worth noting that Tori Spelling is the daughter of Aaron Spelling, the renowned producer who happened to produce Beverly Hills 90210. At a young age, Spelling received acting lessons from a coach hired by her father, which led to guest appearances on popular series such as The Love Boat, T.J. Hooker, Hotel, Fantasy Island, Vega, and Saved by the Bell. In 2006, she even parodied her public image by starring as herself in the VH1 sitcom So Notorious. The following year, in 2007, Spelling and her second husband, Dean McDermott, participated in a reality series called Tori and Dean, Home Sweet Hollywood, originally Tori and Dean in Love, which aired on Oxygen from 2007 to 2012. The concept of the show was pretending to purchase and operate a bed-and-breakfast hotel, Chateau LaRue in Fallbrook, California. During this period, in July 2007, Spelling became a minister to marry a gay couple at Chateau LaRue, and this heartwarming ceremony was later shown on In Love. Expanding her endeavors, in November 2020, Spelling launched a podcast with her Beverly Hills 90210 co-star Jennie Garth, titled 9021 OMG. The two actresses reminisced about their time on the iconic show and shared behind-the-scenes stories. Spelling also made surprise appearances on The Masked Singer Australia as Poodle in August 2022 and on Masked Singer Adivina Quien Canta as Harlequin in May 2023. However, in June 2023, McDermott announced their separation via an Instagram post that was later deleted. The couple had been together for 18 years. Finally, on March 29, 2024, Spelling officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She requested sole physical and joint legal custody of their 5 children, allowing visitation rights for McDermott. Tiffani Thiessen as Valerie Malone. Tiffani Amber. Thiessen, a renowned actress, stepped into the role of Valerie Malone, a character shrouded in complexity and emotional turmoil. Malone was an old family friend of the Walshes from their days in Minnesota. The connection between Brenda, Brandon, and Valerie ran deep, having spent their formative years together until Valerie and her family relocated to Buffalo, New York, when she was a preteen. A veteran of beauty pageants, Thiessen's early life was marked by accolades, including the title of Miss Junior America in 1987. Her triumph continued into the following year, where she graced the cover of Teen magazine, having conquered their Great Model Search. Building on this momentum, she secured the title of CoverGirl's Model of the Year in 1989, marking her entrance into the world of acting. Her inaugural role as Kelly Kapowski on NBC's beloved sitcom Saved by the Bell lasted until its conclusion in 1993. Fast forward to March 2020, when Thiessen was welcomed back into the fold, reprising her iconic role in the Saved by the Bell sequel series, which debuted on NBC Universal's streaming platform, Peacock, in November of that year. Furthermore, in November, it was revealed that Thiessen would take on hosting duties for MTV's Deliciousness, a comedy clip show spun off from its predecessor, Ridiculousness. Thiessen stood by her 90210 co-star and close friend, Jennie Garth, serving as maid of honor at her 2001 nuptials to actor Peter Facinelli. Interestingly, the two had shared the screen prior to this in the series Fastlane. However, their friendship eventually dissolved, as did her bond with another 90210N alum, Tori Spelling, following Spelling's divorce from her first husband, Gabrielle Carteris, as Andrea Zuckerman. The choice to cast Gabrielle Carteris for the role puzzled audiences at first. A full 29 years old when the first season of 90210 aired, Carteris celebrated her 30th birthday partway into that inaugural season. Despite this, she managed to convincingly embody a high schooler much younger than herself, portraying a character at least a decade and a half younger than her actual age at the time of filming. The fact that her character was written as an outcast and an old soul likely helped sell this illusion. At 29, she was the oldest cast member to portray a 15-year-old, having lied about her age to secure the role. By 1993, while still working on the show, her production company, Gabco Productions, inked a deal with Reicher TPE. Carteris exited the series in 1995 and went on to host her own talk show, Gabrielle, which only lasted a single season. She maintained a steady career as an actor and voiceover artist, racking up an impressive list of post-90210 credits across television, film, and video games. Carteris has become particularly prolific in the world of television films, starring in almost a dozen such productions. In 2019, Carteris joined the cast of Fox's BH 90210 reboot, portraying both Andrea Zuckerman and a fictionalized version of herself. This fictionalized Gabrielle was depicted as sexually ambiguous and had a brief relationship with Christine Elise, who played a former 90210 guest star turned fictional Fox executive. During the filming of the Beverly Hills 90210 pilot, Carteris started dating Charles Isaacs, a stockbroker. In 1991, Isaacs relocated to Los Angeles to be with her. After 2 years together, they tied the knot on May 3, 1992, at the Four Seasons Resort in Santa Barbara. Carteris and Isaacs have since welcomed 2 daughters into their family, Daniel Cosgrove as Matt Durning. Daniel Cosgrove steps into the role of Matt Durning, an attorney who becomes the go-to legal advisor for the group's various troubles. His services are required for a range of issues, from Valerie's self-defense murder of her abusive father to Noah's drunk driving incident and David's statutory rape charge. Cosgrove also portrayed Richard Dick Bagg in the 2002 comedy film Van Wilder. In June of the same year, he relocated to New York to join the cast of Guiding Light as Bill Lewis III. However, Cosgrove's tenure on the show lasted only until October 2005, as he opted not to renew his contract. He briefly returned to the role in October 2007 and received a nomination for the Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 2008. He remained a part of Guiding Light until its final episode on September 18, 2009. Following this, Cosgrove moved back to California to take on the role of John Lemonick in the ABC series Injustice, which debuted in January 2006. In September of the following year, he portrayed Freddie Mason on ABC's Dirty Sexy Money. Cosgrove joined another soap opera in March 2010, playing Chris Hughes on As the World Turns, until its conclusion in September of that year. He then reprised his role as Scott Chandler on All My Children from December 2010 until the show's finale in September 2011. In January 2014, he embarked on another soap opera journey, appearing as Aidan Jennings on Days of Our Lives. Interestingly, Cosgrove has been a part of the series finales of 3 consecutive canceled soap operas, Guiding Light, As the World Turns, and All My Children. In 2018, He took on the role of Ron in the first season of the Lifetime thriller series, You. Daniel Cosgrove was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and spent his formative years in Branford, Connecticut. He is an alumnus of Notre Dame High School, graduating in 1989. Cosgrove is a married man, having wed his wife, Marie Cosgrove, and together they have 4 children. Mark D. Espinosa as Jesse Vasquez. Mark Damon Espinosa, who plays Jesse Vasquez on the show, made his first appearance in Season 4. His character was introduced as a bartender at a fancy event hosted by the parents of Andrea Zuckerman's boyfriend at the time, Dan. Espinosa later took on the role of Carlos, Kelly Bundy's clueless boyfriend on the popular TV series Married with Children. He appeared in 2 episodes from 1995 to 1996. The Young and the Restless delves into the potential involvement of Victor Newman in a death that took place in Mexico. Since then, Espinosa has showcased his versatility by appearing in numerous films and stage productions, as well as amassing an impressive television resume with appearances on prominent shows such as Private Practice, House, Without a Trace, Criminal Minds, Mayans MC, American Horror Story, and Scandal, portraying characters ranging from blood-sucking priests to compassionate cops. Espinosa relocated to New York City and pursued his craft at the Circle in the Square Theater School, where he received a scholarship for music performance. His regional theater engagements eventually led him to the West, specifically to the Old Globe Theater in San Diego. Espinosa's talent was also showcased at esteemed venues like the Goodman Theater in Chicago, Berkeley Rep in California, the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, Los Angeles' Geffen Playhouse, and Portland Center Stage, among other notable stages. Espinosa's cabaret performances even took him abroad to Germany, where he graced the stages of the International Theater of Frankfurt and the Frankfurt Opera House. His professional acting journey began in the summer of 1983 at the Mary Moody Northern Amphitheater in Galveston, Texas, where he portrayed Mexican General Santa Anna in the musical Lone Star. When Espinosa isn't busy filming on location, he calls Los Angeles home. He is a devoted father to 3 young women and a compassionate caregiver to his 3 rescued dogs. Ann Gillespie as Jackie Taylor. Ann Gillespie portrays Jackie Taylor, Kelly's mother, on the show. Jackie is a former model who has been married multiple times and makes sporadic appearances throughout the entire series, showing up in every season. During the inaugural season, Jackie struggled with drug and alcohol addiction, infamously causing a scene at the mother-daughter fashion show. Gillespie reprised this role across 6 episodes over the first 2 seasons, 2008-2009, of the 90210 reboot, portraying the mother of both Kelly and Aaron. Additionally, Gillespie graced the screen in an episode of the inaugural season of Gilmore Girls, essaying the role of Paris Geller's mother. Gillespie embarked on her acting journey in 1981 when she stepped into the role of Siobhan Ryan Novak on Ryan's Hope, becoming the 2nd actress to play the character after Sarah Felder. Marg Helgenberger later replaced Gillespie, who had played the role for a year. In 1984, she starred in a pilot titled The Sheriff and the Astronaut, sharing the screen with Alec Baldwin. Anne also landed the role of Linda Lewis in a 1987 episode of Matlock. Gillespie's academic background includes graduating from Dwight Morrow High School in Englewood, New Jersey. She furthered her education by obtaining a BA from Goddard College in Vermont in 2003. On a personal note, Gillespie is a mother to 2 children, Kathleen Robertson as Claire Arnold. Kathleen Robertson portrays the character of Claire Arnold, whom the group met during her senior year of high school when they were college freshmen. She remained on the show for a few middle seasons. Claire is known for her high IQ and for being the somewhat wild daughter of a wealthy diplomat and CU chancellor. From 1990 to 1993, Robertson starred as Tina Edison on the Canadian sitcom Maniac Mansion, portraying the eldest child of Dr. Fred Edison, played by Joe Flaherty. This role brought her 2 nominations for Young Artist Awards. During that time, she also appeared in various small films and television shows, making her American debut in the 1992 made-for-television movie Quiet Killer, opposite Kate Jackson. Her big-screen debut came with a small role in the 1992 thriller Blown Away, co-starring Corey Haim and Nicole Eggert. In 2018, Robertson landed a role in the drama series Northern Rescue, a co-production between the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation and Netflix. The show was released on Netflix and CBC Gem in March 2019. More recently, in 2021, Robertson took on a pivotal role in the final season of the acclaimed series The Expanse, portraying the right hand of Marcos Inaros. On a personal note, Robertson dated renowned independent filmmaker Greg Araki from 1997 to 2000. She has been married to film producer Chris Cowles since 2004, and together they run a production company called Debut Content with several projects in development. Robertson became a mother for the first time on July 9, 2008, when she gave birth to a son, William Robertson Cowles, at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. She welcomed her second son, Bennett, in October 2016, Jennie Garth as Kelly Taylor. Jennie Garth, hailing from the year 1972, was merely a youth when the renowned series commenced. Interestingly, she had just turned 18 as the cameras started rolling. Embracing her calling, Garth left high school to pursue her acting aspirations with the guidance of Hollywood scout and manager Randy James. This fortuitous decision led her to audition for Beverly Hills 90210, where she secured the iconic role of Kelly Taylor. This aligned perfectly with Garth's own journey into maturity, mirroring her character's evolution on the show. Her stellar performance in Beverly Hills 90210 paved the way for a string of leading roles in made-for-TV movies throughout the 1990s, including Danielle Steele's Star, 1993, Without Consent, 1994, Lies of the Heart, The Story of Laurie Kellogg, 1994, Falling for You, 1995, and An Unfinished Affair, 1996. She also left her mark in theatrical releases such as Telling You, 1998, My Brother's War, 1997, and Power 98, 1996, with smaller yet memorable appearances. November 2020 marked a new chapter for Garth as she launched a podcast titled 902-210MG, alongside her former Beverly Hills 90210 co-star Tori Spelling. Together, along with TV and radio personality Sassani Villaclara, they reminisced about their unforgettable experiences on the show. Garth's winning streak continued into February 2021, where she impressively bagged $168,000 on ABC's Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Demonstrating her generosity, she donated the entire sum to the Central Illinois Food Bank in Springfield, Illinois. Garth's personal life has also been a journey of love and growth. Her first marriage was to musician Daniel B. Clark from 1994 to 1996. Fate intervened in 1995 when she met her second husband, actor Peter Facinelli, during the filming of An Unfinished Affair. The pair exchanged vows on January 20, 2001, in a beautiful Roman Catholic wedding ceremony. They were blessed with 3 daughters born in 1997, 2002, and 2006. However, in March 2012, Facinelli initiated divorce proceedings, which were finalized in June 2013. Notably, Garth had voluntarily converted to Catholicism when she married Facinelli, a testament to her commitment. Love knocked on Garth's door again in the autumn of 2014 when she started dating actor David Abrams after a blind date. The relationship blossomed, and they became engaged in April 2015, tying the knot on July 11th of the same year. Unfortunately, the marriage hit a rough patch, and the couple separated in 2017. In April 2018, they filed for divorce, but in February 2019, they seem to have found their way back to each other, as Abrams petitioned to dismiss the divorce proceedings. Who was your favorite character? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe for more nostalgic content. We've got lots of other classic shows to check out.